Hello, and welcome back to the fantastical universe of Spore. Why am I playing this 12-year-old game, you might ask, when there are such titles as Farming Simulator 2019? Well, it's because I hate progress. Anyway, let's get started. You can see I've already started this world, the beautiful world of Schmegma, with its toxic waters, which give rise to some of the most despicable creatures you will ever see. Let's click on it and start to play. And here we have the humble Fagioli, a product of inbreeding for generations. By generations, I mean probably about 3 minutes of actual play time, because Cell Stage is the fastest of the things. Oh, I can't eat my friend. That's kind of sad. All I know is we need to evolve if we're going to survive this pool of disgusting, slimy, toxic waste. But we like waste. And we are about to die. So I think it's time we refine this most beautiful and humble of creatures without die. Oh my god. Everything's a clusterfuck. Oh, we found our mate. And now we will engage in the Fagioli's favorite pastime. Mating through Spore's patented, not sex simulator. And let's see, what can we do to our beautiful creature? We can, it's already pretty perfect. I would say the epitome of beauty and humility, but not for long. Ah yes, the Fagioli. Brewed in the primordial soup that was a half-eaten dropped cone of chocolate ice cream, the Fagioli gets its name from the rampant inbreeding and violent homosexuality that plagues this species' members. Wow, I spelled species so badly. Anyway, you get the point. We're here to create a literal killing machine that will stop at nothing to not kill things. Basically, it's a paradox. And like Paradox, it will make awful games once it develops the ability to make computers. So, what could we use? Well, first of all, we need an extra set of eyes to be able to see behind it. I guess not. These eyes just are eternally pointed in the wrong direction. All these eyes are. How does it see in front of itself? Well, we'll trade in this 2D interface for a 3D one as soon as we can continue our game. So, another generation of Fagiolis emerges, and this one, aptly named Greg, will almost immediately die. And now that I've given it an omnivore sucker mouth thing, it can no longer eat these really helpful pieces of meat that are just lying around. We have to suck the life force from our enemies, such as this unfortunate squiggly. So we will continue on our journey. Ah, such a beautiful creature, such a humble creature. And by humble, it vastly overestimates its ability to fight and runs away from all conflict. Ah, we have become big. Now that we are big, we can bully our former bullies. As is the plot of every 90s movie. God, Jessica, help us out. Ah, let's continue. Oh, a man has unfortunately emerged in the wrong spot. Perfect prey for us, even though he looks scary as fuck. Only a few more points until we can somehow get a brain. How this creature will ever evolve a brain is beyond scientific comprehension. but certainly will not stop looking like the most ugly creature ever, and we died. But that's okay, because our progress is somehow saved. Thanks to EA's patented, we're going to take your money and then fuck you with an awful game technology. A fellow Fagioli. 2! This is the most I've ever seen. The inbreeding must be rampant. And he just got fucking eaten. This Fagioli is scarred for life. That was a short life to be scarred, as he too succumbed to the might of the mighty Mega Mouth. This game was made by crackheads. It's time for us to continue trying to suck the life force from other beings of lesser stature, because everybody already knows that the Fagioli is highly narcissistic and greatly overestimates its place in the social order of things. Ah, yes, a bubose herbivore, the perfect prey to suck the life force out of. Come here. Come here, you beautiful boy. Let me eat your ass. Weird, yeah. A new day, a new Fagioli. This one is being beaten up by a being about a fifth of its size. That's what you get. See what you've done, Gerald? This one's name is Thompson. He's a refined British man from the British part of this primordial ooze. And we continue by getting eaten by a small pack of things. We're almost there. It is time for us to ascend. And by ascend, I mean get eaten. This is like some kind of David Attenborough commentary on evolution and nature. Except in Spore, we need to eat only one more organism to ascend. That's the noise it makes. Are we just stuck here? Do we need to eat a bigger creature? We need... Oh, here we go. We are unlocking the tiniest of peanut brains, and already we know that we want nothing more than to end our pitiful and very painful existence as a penis creature. So, we are on the path to sentience. Let us continue. Congratulations. When it comes to swimming in sludge, you rule the pool. When you are ready to stretch your legs. What legs? In the big wide open, click the advance button. Let us advance. And we are horribly carnivorous. Wow. Using EA's patented shit for brains technology, we can analyze the history of our creature and see how it descended from a relatively neutral creature into the most aggressive and disgusting creature ever to grace this planet. Let us continue. It's been 2 billion years. What? Oh. It's been 2 billion years? It was about like 5 minutes. Alright, whatever. Timelines be damned. Aluminum cell. Complete cell stage on hard. We've already done that. Ah. The humble Fagioli emerges from the tidal pool, screaming in pain as appendages pop out from its tiny little body. Its eyes retract into its head. as we sell them off on the black market. That is a dick. I have made a dick. Welp. And now we view the humble Fagiolius erectus. I don't know how this happened, but we just have it's a ball. Welcome. And that's obviously an anus, but we won't talk about that. Instead, we need powerful legs to carry us across the plains of planet Schmegma, and big feet. But we're not going to be some kind of little guy. We're king. We are the epitome of evolution. So we must stand tall and proud, with the weight of our morbid obesity weighing us down, and our massive legs and thighs. Wow, that is pretty hot, I gotta say. We'll just bring that like that. And we are ready to walk the plains. The humble Fagioli ascends to the surface. And now we're back. The humble Fagioli is migrating, this time onto dry land, to test its powerful legs and thighs for the first time. Its exposed anus will be very offending to the surrounding neighbors that it will meet soon. But nonetheless, they proudly waddle onto shore for the first time. It is the beginning of a new day for Fagioli. Welcome to land. Oh, God. Why do we have all these tutorial messages? Anyway. That's not right. We are beautiful and can eat dead creatures that we find. The other Fagiolis sing in joy at our very... I don't even know what's happening. Oh, we have found a part. What's this? We can use our mating call to call one of our disgusting friends to have sex with us in the back of a stall. We've acquired a globster claw, whatever that is. It's time to meet the locals, though, and impress them with our beautiful stature and display. Our giant bulbous front end weighing us down as we struggle to keep upright. But do not worry. We will soon become even... What the fuck is that? Horrified that we could exist in the same world as such a creature, we immediately ready our attack. This is an affront to God as we know it, and it must die. We set our targets and attack. We press the 1 key as fast as we can, but we are not very strong. Slightly stronger than these slug folk. But we are determined with our religious zeal to kill. We have achieved our animalistic instinct for murder and pillage. These folks will know nothing but the pain of the Fagioli race. I probably should change that name. And, consuming every morsel of the corpse, we press onwards to boldly run away back to home so that we can increase how deadly we are. We now must find the most destitute version of ourselves to mate with. And here he or she or it is. We show off our glorious mating dance, and this pleases the other member of our species. Somehow conception occurred in those very seconds, and we prolapse our own anus in order to give birth. With a great sigh, we release an egg which somehow grows in size, and now we can improve our beautiful race. Through the epochs of time, a child is born. Long since has the Fagioli race forgotten its own name. They are now known only as the Ugu. They have evolved to be the most fearful of any race seen on this planet, Schmegma. No longer do they feel the need to have bipedal locomotion. Monopeds these folk are. Years of violent inbreeding have rendered a small arm, much like a T-Rex, which is pointed outwards, saying to others, "Stop, in the name of love." Tiny wings have sprouted, giving us the ability to somehow sustain our own weight in flight, though scientists not yet know how such a small wing can produce so much lift. Maybe these guys are full of like helium or something. They also developed a small little hat, and of course this Ugu is resting on its own leg bend thing. It also developed feelers as due to like some kind of genetic anomaly. These guys have picked up a parasitic race of organisms which has embedded themselves in the retinas of our beautifully saurian race. Living in constant pain as these horns grow from youth out of our retinas, we've developed small little proboscis that sense the environment around us and allow us to react using stimuli. We've also developed a proud face, one with some kind of little sunroof, much like a Ford Fiesta. With that in mind, we kind of, we kind of like expand as we walk, eager to find another race to kill, to sate our bloodlust, which is developed as a result of not knowing where or what we are. We head back to the crocus people, the disgusting slug folk that we met millennia ago now, with new abilities and new ways to destroy them. We gaze upon our first victim, striking with our disgusting bodily fluids before biting and destroying this unfortunate foe. Our blood hunger requires that we use our little tiny T-Rex arm to grasp and eat its corpse until there is nothing left. What a beautiful and graceful species we are. So humble. And with this, the race of slug people has finally parted from this earth. They will haunt the plains of Schmegma no more, thanks to the Ugu people. With that in mind, we take our stalk and hop on home, but not before coming upon an interesting fossil specimen. We are, after all, natural archaeologists due to our tiny peanut brains. Ah, yes, the Slagawed. Ah, we descend upon a more civilized folk. Elegant and beautiful, they attack us immediately. Oh, what the fuck? This Ugu won't see the light of day, it seems, as he is descended upon by a rabid bunch who slay him in battle. A young Ugu emerges, quickly maturing due to our inbreeding. We head on out to avenge our father's death. There's the bastard that killed my father. We valiantly try to defend ourselves, but we are no match for these quadrupeds, considering our propensity to die. descend upon another pack of bones, and from it we find the sugrafoot. Ah, an improvement over our monopod suction thingy. This will surely be a grand day for the Ugu tribe. It's not really a tribe, it's more of a nest of mindless beasts. The animation of this is not good. I'm not sure how we're staying afloat. Once again, I suspect the Ugus are filled with helium, which would explain why they have hallucinations, as the helium is piped directly through their brain hole. Ah, more slug folk. Time to do what we do best and shoot our disgusting bodily fluid at them from our urethra before stomping on their head, crushing the spinal column. The brainal column, oh boy. Driving the Dracu species to near extinction, we descend upon the last of their kind. We let out a glorious battle cry before crushing and descending upon it. It would seem that the Dracu are not long for this world, but the Ugu will always succeed. It is time, finally, for the Ugu to make a friend. Amazed by the beauty of these creatures, the Ugu attempts to seduce them. It sings and mimics the creature, using its disgusting larynx to produce ungodly sounds that for some reason please this creature. And just like that, with our first act of kindness since the dawn of the Ugu race, our brain grows. Now we can have a think about geopolitics. We can now recruit an ally. These kind, gentrified folks will soon join our pack. Though we have befriended this race, they soon realize that friendship with the Ugus is complicated. We steal one of their babies to take with us on dangerous adventures of killing and pillaging. We use our disgusting monopod to jump in the air and recruit this young lad. Little does he know, he will most likely be killed by raiders soon enough. And off we go, returning to... Oh wow, we were literally right next to them. Ah, a particularly rowdy Ugu. We shall... Our sphincter dilates as we are overcome with lust. We must mate with this beautiful creature. We wiggle our sphincter at her, releasing some fluid, which in turn disgusts it and makes it want to mate with us quickly so that we will go away. Our brain explodes as we force out a massive egg. That Ugu will now die, as pregnancy is a fatal process in our species. A scream of terror emerges as another Ugu comes out of its shell, finally born. Confused and blinded by the parasite that infests its eyes, it matures almost instantly due to the rapid inbreeding. These Ugus have developed, over the years, another appendage to stabilize their frame. Still, the process is painful, and many Ugus do not survive, although our friends do not seem to have changed in the slightest. It is time to do what we do best as a species: rape and pillage other species, but not before harvesting their camp for all valuable resources. They seem to be frightened by our disgusting appearance, That does not stop us. As they gaze upon us in shock and awe, we show them our distended sphincter as a war cry before suddenly we piss blood in their eyes and then start to attack. Our friend joins the fray, but he will most likely not survive. We try desperately to save him, but he is not long for this world. Larry, the Louie, has died. In a fit of rage, we attack whoever killed him, spitting, clawing, and mouth-breathing mostly, as our giant gullet sucks in air. We have yet again drove a species to extinction. This Ugu seems not to mind, unaware of the ecological damage it inflicted. For these creatures, in fact, stabilize the ecosystem. Oh, there's more of them. Oh, we need to hunt them. Oh, they're not actually dead. Come here, baby. Ugus like to play dirty, attacking the smallest and weakest of a species to drive it to extinction before the rest somehow ascend to Jesus. Thank you, Ugu Jesus. And our sideways walk is now even more terrifying as we balance on our one powerful leg and our other very weak leg, which will break if a strong wind descends. Thank you for joining us on the evolutionary abortion that is the Ugu species. Next time, we will be frightening and pillaging even more races on our path to total world domination.